Everybody is wondering what is going on with the drones in New Jersey, and according to top officials, nobody knows. Now watch the storyline unfold.
That DHS is looking at and FBI, so I would have to refer you to them.
We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that.
Yeah, to my knowledge, still being looked at. I'd have to refer you to the UK MOD and US Air Force.
To quickly summarize, the White House refers to the FBI doesn't know anything and refers to the Pentagon. Then the Pentagon refers us to the Air Force. But one man did answer.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Want to know the
truth? They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
So why aren't they telling us? The story's the same as the past 4 years. We are being lied to again and again, and nobody wants to tell us what is really going on, except the man we gave a mandate to do exactly that. If you couldn't tell from the recent clips, everybody is downplaying the situation and putting it off on the next agency. But 2 days ago, a military base in Ohio shut down its airspace due to the drones. Listen to the comms.
Med Flight 8 Patterson Tower, use extreme caution for heavy UAS movement on the base. Security Forces is handling the situation, and I gotta keep the lights down so that security forces can see.
Now that brings us to the map of the most recent sightings. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the entire East Coast. This is not a coincidence, and nobody will give us a direct answer. Well-respected Senator Josh Hawley weighs in as well.
The Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, were supposed to testify under oath in the Senate on threats to the homeland. It's a hearing that they have to do every year. They canceled it a couple of weeks ago. They have refused to reschedule it, and now, Jesse, they are sending their deputies, but only behind closed doors on Thursday. They do not want to talk about this in public. They don't want to answer questions about it. This is really weird, and it's getting weirder. They need to level with the American people.
So your colleagues in the House, they just got briefed, and we haven't had any leaks. Now, when they got briefed on Russia, we got leaks about a minute after the session was over. Why aren't they telling us anything?
That's the million-dollar question, though. When you start to break it down, it seems like something we should be concerned with. 3 different agencies with no answers, military airspace shut down, sightings all over the East Coast, and meetings being canceled and had behind closed doors. A little-known fact as well is Iran made a deal with China to purchase a very large amount of drones and drone technology.
Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. I think it very possibly could be they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Look, you've given us some pretty dire information just here, and I want to make sure that our viewers are digesting this. Iran has the capability to pull up along our eastern seaboard and launch drones the size of an SUV into the skies of several states, particularly New Jersey, where we know the incoming president has a large home, also in the same county or nearby where some of these drones in New Jersey have been seen. That capability exists. It's possible some of those drones are here. So I have 2 questions. How are they fueling them? They have to land somewhere. Drones don't fly forever. Why don't they close down the airspace? Yes, it's inconvenient. Yes, it's the holidays. Shut it down. But if you start shooting things and you don't know how they're fueled, that's going to be mass explosions. This isn't like one spy balloon Congressman, this is serious.
The situation is serious, and to make matters worse, there's some clips from 2020 that may have led to this very event.
1 year since Iran's top general Qasem Soleimani was killed in a U.S. drone strike, agent provocateurs are plotting attacks against Americans, putting an outgoing Trump in a bind. He goes on to say, be careful of a trap.
4 years ago, we kill a top Iranian general, and guess what? A drone strike. Biden is then elected, and we hear nothing of it for 4 years. Then weeks before Trump returns, all of a sudden there's a mass array of drones that nobody has answers to. I can literally feel the story developing. You might call me crazy, but with everything lined up from Iran purchasing drones down to the specific timing of events, something is way off here. Way off. And it needs to be stopped before something actually happens.
We've got to bring them down, and we've got to find a way to bring them down. I don't know exactly where they're landing. Obviously, I have some information. And again, this isn't just Jeff Van Drew. Oh, let's get on Harris Faulkner's show and say something outrageous. I'm telling you the straight deal from very high positioned individuals who are telling me this. And the bottom line is they're launching them. They are across the country. We don't even have anything like this.
No.
Our government and also certainly our hobbyists don't. So think about it. It's not only do I have the information, but it's also common sense. We've got to get them down. We've got to determine how they function, what they do, make sure that we can get them, and you're right, in a safe way. When I say shoot them down, get them down any way that you can, but right now they're probably extracting information. This is a clear and present danger to the United States and to our president-elect, and it's a serious business.
In 2020, they vowed revenge for the strike, and Iran isn't known for exactly being the forgiving type. This isn't the first time either we've seen Iran try to take a stab at Trump.
Farhad Shakiri, and according to the Justice Department, he was working with the Iran Revolutionary Guard Corps on a plot to kill then former President Trump, now President-elect Trump, just a few months ago. Said, quote, it would cost a huge amount of money. That's what he allegedly told the folks back in Iran. Now, separately, he is also accused of employing multiple associates in New York City to surveil and murder an unnamed U.S. citizen that opposed the Iranian regime in New York. Now, Kayleigh, this all stems from former President Trump's directive to kill General Qasem Soleimani back in January of 2020. Since then, national security officials have told Fox News the threat stream toward President-elect Trump's life has really increased.
Is it starting to make sense? Everything is coming full circle. There are way too many coincidences for this just to be some random increase in drone activity. From the current liberal government denial, the time, location, the type of increase, military airspace shutdown, the list goes on. And it all points right back to the same place, 2020. And I think the reason it's being so closely guarded is because everyone knows Trump is coming in with a mandate. A lot of corrupt politicians and countries that take advantage of the U.S. are on the chopping block. In other words, a lot of people do not want to see him back in power. But anyway, guys, that's just my analysis of the situation. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click the video in the top left for more.